Despite being decades old now, Fargo is still recognized as a cult classic. Much of that is thanks to enjoyable dialogue. With so many memorable lines from the movie, it's no surprise that so many of them are still quoted to this day.
I saw you on the news there.
Yeah.
I thought, jeez, is that Margie Olmstead? I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's me.
Welcome to The Rewind. Today, we'll be counting down the top 10 quotes from Fargo 1996. Before we begin, make sure to give this video a like and hit the subscribe button for good luck. Number 10. Are we square?
Are we square? Are we square?
As if being shot in the face for $40,000 wasn't enough, imagine the brutal injury not even being worth it in the end. After an injured Carl returns to settle accounts with Grimsrud, he splits the $80,000 and tells Grimsrud that he's keeping the Sierra in exchange for his truck. Grimsrud tells Carl that they're either splitting the Sierra or one of them pays the other their half of the $80,000 to keep it. Carl practically threatens Grimsrud and makes the argument that he deserves to keep the Sierra given what he had to go through to get it. Number 9. No Gene, no money.
Where's my damn daughter? No Gene, no money.
Drop that fucking money!
No Gene, no money.
Speaking of Carl's gunshot to the face, here we've got the events leading up to that gruesome injury. You gotta love Wade's determination, going great lengths just to find his daughter, Jean. Despite the fact that Carl is clearly agitated and not looking to negotiate, Wade tells Carl that he's not going to hand over the money until he has seen Jean back. Wade's demand seems to fall on deaf ears though, since all it does is get him killed, but not before he gets one good shot at Carl's face.
Fucking shit me!
Number 8. Blood has shed, Jerry.
Blood has been shed, Jerry.
What the heck do you mean?
3 people in Brainerd.
Oh, jeez.
Jerry receives a phone call from one of the criminals he hired to kidnap his wife and learns that circumstances have changed. The kidnapping that Jerry plotted seems to have backfired, resulting in a string of uncoordinated events. Apparently, the hired criminals don't even know who Jean is, despite having been paid to kidnap her. Given that his fabricated kidnapping has come at the expense of human lives, the consequences weigh on Carl and Grimsrud, and they demand more money.
That's right, and we need more money.
What the heck are you talking about? What do you fellas got yourself mixed up in?
Number 7. Sir, you have no call to get snippy with me. I'm just doing my job here.
Sir, you have no call to get snippy with me. I'm just doing my job here.
All signs point to Jerry, and Marge is becoming more and more skeptical as Jerry continues to act suspicious. While dodging all of Marge's questions, Jerry insists that no cars are missing from his lot, even though the Sierra was clearly given to the criminals. The more nervous Jerry gets, the more frustrated and impatient Marge becomes. After all, at the end of the day, she's only doing her job.
Ma'am, I answered your question.
I'm sorry, sir.
Ma'am, I answered your question.
Number 6. Oh, he was a little guy, kind of funny looking.
I want you to tell me what these fellas look like.
Well, the little guy, he was kind of funny looking.
In what way?
I don't know, just funny looking.
While trying to track down the 2 criminals, Marge interviews 2 young women at the Lakeside Club to find out more about their whereabouts. The conversation doesn't really go anywhere, with neither of the girls giving Marge much to work with. Aside from repeating the fact that one of the men is funny looking, one of the girls also mentions how one of them is circumcised.
I couldn't really say. He wasn't circumcised.
Was he funny looking apart from that?
Yeah.
Number 5. No, I just think I'm gonna barf.
You see something down there, Chief?
No, I just think I'm gonna barf.
Upon discovering a triple homicide in the middle of the road, Marge inspects the upside-down vehicle to find more bodies and hits at what could have happened at the crime scene. In a film full of despicable criminals, slimy businessmen, and murders, Marge is a gem of honesty and goodwill. It's no surprise that even though she's doing her usual job, she can't help but feel sick after coming into contact with rotting flesh. though this doesn't stop her from becoming hungry immediately afterwards.
Well, that passed.
Yeah?
Yeah, now I'm hungry again.
Number 4. I'm cooperating, darn tootin'.
I'm not arguing here. I'm cooperating. And we're doing all we can.
Back to the scene between Marge and Jerry. It's clear that Jerry hasn't been cooperating at all after Marge insinuates that he might have had something to do with the anonymous phone calls and the use of the Sierra. From completely failing to answer any of Marge's questions to claiming no cars are missing from the lot, it's painfully obvious that Jerry is hiding something. Marge keeps insisting, and Jerry can't help but crack under pressure. This is also another instance where the infamous darn tootin' gets spouted out of anger.
Okay, I'll do a damn lot count.
Sir, right now?
Yeah, right now. You're darn tootin'.
Number 3. You're a smooth smoothie, you know.
You're smooth, you know.
Oh, Daddy.
Carl's attempt at complying with the police officer only gets him so far before Grimsrud pulls out a gun and kills the officer in cold blood. Grimsrud gives Carl sort of a backhanded compliment by pointing out just how smooth his performance was.
Yeah, I was gonna tape up the tag, you know, to be in full compliance, but must have slipped my mind.
Number 2. We're not just gonna give you $750,000. We're not a bank, Jerry.
Heck, that's not gonna do it for me. I need the principal.
Well, Jerry, we're not gonna just give you $750,000.
What the heck were you thinking?
Jerry is a despicable human being, and his attempt at cheating his father-in-law out of $750,000 is just the tip of the iceberg. To his surprise, he's actually required to provide a finder's fee of around 10%, but Jerry doesn't have the money. Wade catches on to Jerry's greedy scheme almost instantly, and Jerry is excluded from the deal altogether. Jerry's poor execution not only backfires in his face, but it's made even more unbearable as Stan continuously reminds him that they're not a bank.
I guarantee you your money back.
I'm not talking about your damn word, Jerry. Jeez, what the heck are you?
We're not a bank, Jerry.
Number 1. You're such a super lady. I'm so lonely.
You were such a super lady. And then I've been so lonely.
This line came out of left field for many, but it's impossible to forget Mike's desperate attempt to make advances on a married woman. After setting up what could have been a romantic date between him and Marge, Mike tries to get Marge to pity him by telling her that his wife Linda passed away from cancer. We later learned that this was all just a ploy by Mike. Linda is perfectly fine. In fact, Mike and Linda were never married to begin with. He was just constantly pestering her.
No, they never married. Mike's had psychiatric problems.
Oh, my.
Yeah, he's been struggling. He's living with his parents now.
What do you think of our list? Before you leave, don't forget to give this video a like and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Check out these other videos from the Rewind, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video again.